Sine Taekwondo. Taekwondo. Welcome to class. Let's get started. Bouncing on the spot. Put your left leg back about a shoulder width. Feet spread about a shoulder width wide, about a shoulder width long. Front foot turned in slightly. Back foot pointing straight. We're just going to relax. Change. Front foot turned in slightly. Back foot pointing straight. Relaxing on the spot. Bouncing. Change. Change. Now remember, this class, we've done so much already. We've got a few more things to cover this class, and we're going to review. We have a few things that we've been working on the sine wave. That's not something that you get right off the bat. That's something that you start to practice, start to understand, change, and then get better at. And today we're going to work on that a little bit as well. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We've got the warm up to do here. Let's focus. Change. Change. Now from here, just a little move. We're going to take the back foot, step halfway in, and then front foot steps out. Halfway back. Watch. Watch what the feet do. It's going to go halfway in. You guys keep bouncing. And then here. And then we're going to keep bouncing. And I'll say back. We'll step halfway in. And then back. And then keep bouncing. Okay? So I'm facing towards you. When I say one, we do half step in. And again, right? This is the length of my stance. When I say half, I just mean halfway. You know, there's a gap between. Step halfway in. And then advance. And then halfway back. And then back. Okay? Bouncing on the spot. Ready? When I say one, we'll do the half step. One. And then back. Two. Now let's not do this. Okay, watch. I almost did it the first time. Let's not do a skip. Okay? We want to do a step, step. Remember, eventually you might do the step with a propulsion, right? So we want to make sure it's a proper step. Let's keep bouncing. You get your left leg back. We're going to do a step up. One. Back. Two. Up. One. Two. Now you might think, it's too slow. That's faster. Yeah, exactly. There are some things that can be done faster, but then you skip over things that we're trying to do. So let's not worry about the speed, just two short steps. One. Back. Two. Change. Stepping up. One. Back. Two. One. Two. That's good. Keep at it. One. Two. Change. Very good. So some of the movements that we do, actually let's take a deep breath first. In through the nose, out through the mouth. One more. In and out. So some of the movements that we do, obviously we're always trying to do things quickly with speed. However, when we watch people train, or even if you've seen other practitioners, sometimes you'll see things that they're trying to do it so fast, they ruin the movements. You'll see people doing punches like that. Like they shake their hands because they're trying to do so many fast punches. It makes the movement virtually useless. Whereas people who've actually used punches in practical situations don't mind separating them sometimes. We don't feel such a rush to go like two in a row, because sometimes if you put the punches in the exact same spot, one right after the other, the second punch runs into the same block the first punch sometimes. Sometimes you need a one, two, be a little more selective with targets. So same thing with our steps, right? If I just wanted to skip up, I can skip, right? I can just kind of skip, skip. The thing is though, if I step and do another step here, this is something I could do things from, right? I can step, I can throw a kick, or I can step, I can throw a punch, or I can step and do another type of dodge. Basically, I want this foot to be on the ground so that when I lift this guy, this one is pushing me somewhere, okay? As opposed to when I'm up in the air and then I jump, this guy's not, he's in the air when I'm skipping, right? So it's not able to push me anywhere. So certain movements, little details, let's try not to skip over, because I remember myself when I first started training, I was like, oh, okay, the other guys are doing this. Watch how fast I can do it, right? Because fast is good. So, like I said, in the classes, let's try not to skip over those sorts of things. Let's try to make sure we get those details, okay? Hands on your hips, circle your head forward, side to side. One, just slowly. Two, three, four, head to your shoulder, push down the opposite hand, and hold. One, two, three, change. One, two, three, change your chest. One, two, and three. Circles with the arms. One, two, three, four. Backwards. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Circling the elbows, other directions. Grab your hands like this, and let's just circle our wrists around. Go the other way. Open and close the hands. And shake it all out. Very good. Hands on your hips, circle your waist. 1, 2, 3. Change. 1, 2, and 3. Put your hands on your knees. Let's press the knees 3 times and then bend down 3 times. Okay, go. 1, 2, 3. Down. 1, 2, 3 up. 1, 2, 3 down. 1, 2, 3 up. 1, 2, 3 down. 1, 2, 3. Halfway up. And slowly circle the legs. 1, 2, 3. Change. 1, 2, and 3. Circle the ankle on the ground. Other direction. Other foot. Other direction. Toes kind of forward and back, like on the knuckles of your toe and back, and the other foot too. All right, shake it out. All right, very good. Let's open the, actually, let's keep the legs as they are. About a shoulder width wide, legs straight, bend at your waist, and touch your toes. Hold it there. 1, 2, or just at the floor, whichever. 3, 4, and 5. Fantastic. Let's bend the knees. Put your knuckles right on the floor beside your feet. And keeping your knuckles there, slowly straighten your legs as much as you can. Whenever you get to a point where you can't go, just hold it, hold some tension. Okay? And let's hold together for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Open your legs a little bit. Point your left foot towards this wall. Turn your body. And let's bring your body down to your leg. Hold it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Bend your knee. Push your hip and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Heel up. Ball of your foot, same direction. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Let's go the other way. Knee straight, turn your body, bring your body to your leg, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Bend your knee. Push your hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Heel up, ball of the foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent. Let's get legs open a little bit, both feet pointing straight. Bend your knees. Use your elbows to push your knees outward as you kind of squat your weight down here. And hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Let's slowly push side to side, slowly side to side. Alternating a little bit here. Just stretching at the hips as we keep the tension on the legs. Let's turn the left foot up, toes up. Grab it. Hold it here, support yourself if you need to, or just get into the stretch this way. And hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change. Grab the foot. Use the other elbow. Push the knee back. As you reach towards your foot, again, keep your weight in the front. If you need to support yourself, that's fine. If you're up here also, that is absolutely fine. Let's actually stretch this muscle to get to the point where you can do some of these other movements, a little bit more of a stretched position. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bend both knees again. Use the elbows. Push the knees out. outwards as you squat, or lower your weight, I should say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knees straight. Put your hands flat on the floor and walk your feet back towards your hands. And hold it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Fantastic. Shake it out a little bit. Let's get into our dynamic stretching. We'll start with the left leg. Again, feet about shoulder width. Pick a height that's, a bit of a stretch, but not like a yanking motion. Just kind of a leg raise. Okay, let's start with your left leg. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to the first side. We'll go a little higher. Like, again, keep track of, we usually like to say kind of on your body, right? Like, so if my first ones were at, let's say, my rib height, and now my second one is at shoulder height, I have a mental goal that maybe I'm gonna try to get my foot to eyes level at some point. Or actually, maybe that's way too high. I'm not sure where you're starting from. And don't be shy about where you're starting from, guys. This is not a problem. We're all gonna work together, right? So if we're starting at, let's say your foot's kind of to knee level, right? And you don't reach down, that's fine. If you're not able to reach, that's okay. Maybe your goal is to one day when you're doing maximum, get your foot to so it reaches your hand at some point. Whether it's like, rib height and you get there, fantastic. Let's celebrate each other's achievements together, okay? And not worry about what the other people are doing. Or somebody like me who's been doing this my whole life. My legs just do these things, okay? And there's people who start from day one. I remember, tangent, I had my daughter had a friend come and she's a dancer and she showed me her rising kick and her leg just went straight up. I was like, oh, I'd love to teach that kid Taekwondo, but she loves her dance. So anyways, let's go back to the original leg. Our medium height, go a little higher. Ready, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go back to the first side. We'll go to maximum. Again, let's keep the feet shoulder width. We've practiced rising kick and we're gonna do a few more later on. But for now, we're not giving our foot that, we're not giving our legs that sort of wind up position. We're just gonna go from parallel. Remember, this is a stretching exercise and it's an exercise too. Conditioning and strengthening these hip flexors that lift our legs, okay? Let's go to our maximum height. Pick a height that's challenging, but don't overdo it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other foot. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fantastic. Take a deep breath in and out. One more in and out. Ready. Jumbi. From this position, let's step your right foot to your right side. We'll make our sitting stance, punch. Remember, as we prepare for our punch, the punching hand will come back to your hip. The reaction force hand, the opposite hand, the hand that's not punching, will extend, right? So as I go in motion, I'm going to extend, pull back, and then switch. Remember, once the body goes in motion, it stays in motion. So when we're learning this, it's common to actually place your hands. Go 1, 2. But what we're going to try to do now is keep it fluid. As soon as my hands reach these positions, they have to change directions, right? As soon as I get here, I can't stop. I've got to get here and then change directions. So I need to control the pace at which I get here to match the pace of which I step. Okay, let's try it together. Ready? 1. Very good. Let me just move back to the center of the camera here. So on the spot, we'll do our sitting stance punch. Remember, we drop 2 centimeters below, 2 centimeters above, back to 0. 2 centimeters below 0, or maybe 2 inches. 2 inches above 0, punch as you drop back to 0. Let's try the count. Let's try to follow together. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Very good. Very good. Deep breath in through the nose. And out. One more. In. And out. Jumbi. For this position, let's keep our feet shoulder width. Bring the hands up, parallel to each other at eyes level, okay? In fists. Remember the fists? Watch this first knuckle. Don't over tighten the pinky. Keep the thumb tucked in front of these, not inside, in front of the first two knuckles here. And the thumb tip is traveling at the same angle as the top here so that the thumb tip is not sticking past the fist. Okay, from this position, we'll just practice our punches, but this time we are practicing these types of punches, remember? We're gonna put our shoulder into it a little bit. Remember, it looks like a twist. We're not twisting, we're advancing. I'm advancing my shoulder as I punch my arm. We'll start with the right arm, so we're gonna punch as you advance the shoulder, okay? In one motion, then come right back. Let's try it together. Ready, 1. Now we'll go with the other arm with a slow twist. Slow twist. I said it. Let's not twist. Let's advance the shoulder, okay? 2. Good. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Very good. Keep the hands here. Put the left leg back, about a shoulder width wide. Let the body kind of turn halfway. Correct the hand positions a little bit. We bring the hands a little bit more towards the front. Get a little comfortable here. Now my body is half facing. A lot of people have a hard time with this jab twist, because we're going to do a little jab with a, I keep saying twist. I'm trying to say not to, I'm trying not to say twist. We're going to keep advancing the shoulder here, okay? Now, as I advance the shoulder and extend my arm, my other hand is just going to basically kind of stay between me and where my opponent would be here, okay? Let's extend and snap back. Extend, snap back. 1, good. We're reaching a little bit, right? We're reaching a little bit. Okay? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Let's try the other side now. Other leg back, front hand around eyes level, back hand around my eyes level, but a little lower, elbows down, back forearm, kind of more even with the center of my body. Keep in mind, my opponent's in front of me. Over here, it's not doing much. There's nobody back here right now. I'm dealing with somebody who's in front of me, okay? So we're gonna extend as you reach the shoulder in one snapping motion. Follow the count. Ready, 1, good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fantastic. Relax the arm. Very, very good. So you see here, right? We actually just practice our punch in a sitting stance. It's a punching exercise, practicing our sine wave, as well as improving our punching. We did some punches from our parallel stance, just to break down what we're doing with the upper body. And then we stood this way in a little more of a practical way, okay? So when we do our punches, remember, we're gonna learn things that are kind of perfecting one movement. But a lot of the things we learn in one movement will affect or translate into other movements, should that movement kind of be replicated. Like for example, sine wave. I know we've been working on this a little bit. We've been working on it into the walking stance, and the sine wave is a challenge. Make no mistake. It's something where people, like I explain really easy, hey, just drop your body, lift, punch. Okay. Doing it though, of course, it's a different kettle of fish. It takes time. One thing that we need to understand, in my experience when we teach, I know some of you guys are younger, you have a great mindset. Typically, naturally, a younger person will have a little bit of a different mindset for learning, whereas older people, we've been through life a little bit, we've accomplished things, we've learned things, we've perfected things, and we almost kind of expect that standard to be applied to everything now, right? I want to master something or perfect something before I go on. It's not a very nice feeling to do something, practice it, not understand, but we've moved on. And it's like, well, wait a second. I didn't get that last thing. Let's stop. That's not how Taekwondo works, okay? And, you know, it's not to reprogram the brain. It's not hard to understand that that's not how Taekwondo works, right? do a movement as a white belt. You're first starting. Do the sine wave punch, right? Walking stance punch. It's going to look a certain way. You do the exact same movement later on, 5 years from now, in your test for black belt. It's going to look different. What's the difference? Well, it's better. Is it perfected? Well, it's on its way, but it's a lot better. What got better about it? Well, little details, okay? So for us, as we're doing these things, remember, give yourself, cut yourself some slack. Don't ruin yourself. Don't ruin training for yourself. Just enjoy the process. We practice something, it's gonna feel funny, you're using the wrong arms, off balance, and then we move on. That's okay. We're coming back to it. We're always gonna come back to the things that are challenging. Walking stance punch with the sine wave, it's something that we are introducing as the beginning stages, so we have longer time to perfect it, okay? Don't expect to think, hey, we did this 2 classes ago, it should be perfect by now. That's not how this works, okay? Junbi, let's practice our walking stance punch. We're gonna step our right foot straight forward. We're gonna do a walking stance and we're gonna punch with our right hand. The hand and foot will match. In fact, in Taekwondo, we call this an obverse punch. Obverse, as long as you remember that this is reverse, right? Left foot, right arm, or right foot, left arm, it's reverse. The other word is obverse, not reverse, okay? So this is not reverse, it's obverse. The right foot and the right hand. That's a little bit off too. We're gonna get into naming our stances later. For example, this is actually a walking stance, but this is a right walking stance. This is a right punch, which makes it an obverse punch. There's other stances that change that around a little bit, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay, Junbi. Forward punch, remember? Let's do it together. We're gonna prepare, extending the left hand, bringing the right hand towards the hip as we drop the body. Remember, the dropping of the body is the wind up because we're getting ready to push. But I don't like to pause too much because like I say, when I pause, you guys copy me and we end up learning to do this, right? If I want to go in a straight line, I don't want to go 1, 2, I want to go straight. So, right, we're gonna drop and start to advance as we land into a walking stance punch. Ready? Prepare. Right, left arm extended slightly. Right hand comes back to the hip slightly. As we start to move, we will drop the body weight here actually. And as we start to move, we'll extend and then switch. Okay? Extend, switch. Ready? 1. Let's try that again. Okay? Junbi. Left hand extend, bend slightly. We're gonna extend it in a minute, right? This isn't the full extended movement. It's on its way. Okay? Punching hands coming to the hip. It's not all the way back there yet. It's on its way. And now let's drop the body here, okay? Knees bent. As we start to step, this one's gonna extend. This one's coming back to my hip. And then they're gonna switch. So I'm in this position. As I start to advance, I push forward and up. And then I extend, right? And then I'll exchange just before I land. Okay, let's do this one together. We're in this position. Legs slightly bent, arms slightly bent, hand off the hip a little bit. And we're gonna extend and pull back. Ready? As we step. 1. Good. Junbi. Let's try the other side. Hand to your hip. Not quite though. Arm extended. Not quite though. Bend. Bend both knees. Remember, we're going to step this left foot straight forward as we push forward and extend and pull back. Ready? 1. Very good. Junbi. Let's go back to the first side. Punching hand, off the hip a little bit, not fully back yet. Reaction force hand, not fully extended. Remember, this is my left, right? Okay, so I'm in this position. I'm gonna do this, right? My knees are both slightly bent here. As I start to move, right, it's gonna go, let's try, okay? Both knees bent, arms flexed, our arms bent. We're gonna step. Ready? 1. Very good. Junbi. This one, opposite, left, slightly bent, right, slightly bent, off the hip, knees bent. We're gonna push, extend, pull back and punch. Ready? 1. Very good. Junbi. Let's try the other side. I'm just gonna go 1. We're gonna go into this position where the hand is forward from the hip. This hand is not fully extended. Both knees bent. And when I say 2, we're gonna push into our walking stance as we extend, pull back, and punch, okay? Ready? Starting with the right, the right hand is gonna punch, okay? 1, and get ready for 2. 2, very good, okay? Other side, 1, let's get ready for 2. 2, excellent. Try again. 1, 2, very good. 1, get ready, 2, very good. Let's try one more each side. Ready? 1, 2, good. This side. 1, 2, fantastic. Breathing. And out. One more, in. And out. Okay, 준비. Let's review our kicking techniques. Step your left foot straight back, bring the hands up in a fighting stance, and key up. Ready? 1, hey! The front kick. Remember, we're stepping forward as the hands change, and this time after we kick, we're gonna stay there. Remember, as we kick, the heel comes under the body, extend with the ball of foot, snaps back. We're striking with the ball of the foot of the front kick. When we land, we're gonna stay there. Ready? Following the count. 1, good. The same foot that just kicked, we're now gonna push back. Remember, we step back, but as I step, my heel comes under the body, right? And then kick, and then land back. Okay? Ready from this position? 2, good. Going forward. 3, backing up. 4, we're kicking with the same foot each time here, guys. 5, good. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Change sides. Same thing, other foot. Ready? 1, good. And back. 2, 1. That should have been 3, sorry. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Deep breath in. And out. One more. In. And out. So in Taekwondo, one of the things that we do is we actually have fundamental exercises. These are movements where it helps us learn our stances, helps us learn how to move, balance, and it's basically an exercise to condition the body. You know, in some martial arts, they'll call them kata, in Taekwondo and karate, for example. It's a series of preset movements that are done in a specific way. In Taekwondo, we call them tul, T-U-L, tul. But we usually just use the English term patterns. We call them patterns, okay? When we learn patterns, again, what it is about ingraining certain types of habits. Like, for example, the first pattern we learn is called 4-direction punching. And it's basically, it's an exercise that we learn where we punch and block and punch and block. We practice our stances, but we practice a little more. Let me just show you the first couple of movements. We step forward, punch. We imagine so there's an opponent over there. We pick up our front foot, step back and block, step forward, punch. So that's a first direction, second direction. We go 4 directions in a preset series of movements. But what I want to focus on is that transition from this direction to that direction, right? Let's not worry about the hands for a second. I'm in this position, right? I'm in my walking stance, I'm dealing with an opponent in front of me. But now I'm being approached in this direction, and I have to address that opponent. So what do? Do I just turn? Do I look like this? What exactly do I do, right? Well, there's a few things that you can do, but typically we want to get a little bit more of a defensive position. So I want to basically do this, right? I'm addressing this opponent, but if I stand like this, I'm on my heels, so I want to be in a better balanced position. I don't want to just go like this, right? I'm going to transition this way. My front foot, this guy, I want to look that way, so it's got to go behind me, okay? So I'm looking like this, and I want to do this. Let's actually do this together. Let's actually make it a little more structured. Let's put the hands on the hips. This is your left foot, the one that's on this side of the room. You guys step your left foot straight forward, okay? Hands on the hip, we're in a walking stance. Front foot is bent, back leg is straight, shoulder width wide, 1.5 shoulder width long. Kneecap is bent so it's even with the back of the heel. Back leg is, I think I already said, perfectly straight. So we're gonna deal with an opponent over here. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lift my front foot as I look. And the foot that's lifted is gonna step away. Remember, we have maybe an attacker or somebody over here. We're not sure what they're gonna do. So we don't wanna advance them. We wanna get into a defensive position, okay? So I'm not gonna step towards there. I'm gonna lift this foot up. Let's do it together. Okay, ready guys? Lift this foot up and we look and set that foot back. Okay? So now I'm in a walking stance facing the other direction. Let's try that again. Let's make your walking stance. Left foot's in front. If the left foot's in front in a walking stance, by the way, guys, this is a left walking stance. I was kind of hinting on that earlier. This is a left walking stance. And if I happen to be punching with my left hand, that's why it would be an obverse punch. But let's not worry about punching yet. We're in our walking stance. The opponent's over there. We're gonna lift up this front foot and step back, okay? Now, as I bring my foot in, I'm not bringing it right back into the other one. What I wanna do is I wanna use a little bit of, my body's natural balance. I don't wanna have to kind of get like this, correct my balance, turn, and then restart, right? If I start this movement and stop, my body will drop, right? That's why a lot of people will bring their foot right to here so they can stand here and talk about what they're gonna do next. But really, I don't wanna go right before I do a movement. I don't wanna do this type of thing. I wanna be a little more fluid, a little more natural, right? This foot's gonna lift, come back, right? So as I lift the foot, it actually comes back a little bit. You probably noticed, right? And I turn here. Now my feet never really got narrower than shoulder width, right? As I turned. They never came back a little closer than shoulder width. So that's what I wanna do. I wanna bring my foot back and I'm not gonna go 1, 2, 3. I'm turning, I'm putting my foot over there and I'm doing it together, right? So let's think about that for again, a second. I'm turning, I'm putting my foot over there. My feet are pretty long right now. If I just lift it, I kind of fall forward. So I gotta pull it back a little bit before I put my foot over there as I turn. Okay? Let's do a few times together. Pick up the front foot. Ready? Turn. Now the same foot that was in front is my left, is the one that ends up in back. Okay? So if you're not sure if you're doing it right, let's just give yourself a little rule. For now, this right foot is gonna just stay there. It's not allowed to lift off the floor. It's gonna stay there. I'm gonna lift the front foot, turn it back. It could pivot, but it can't lift, right? Let's try again. Pick up the front foot, bring it back a little bit, turn and step back into a walking stance. Very good. Let's try one more time and we'll do the other side. Ready? 1. Good, 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 good. Let's do this side, okay? Step your right foot straight forward, make a walking stance. Let's check that stance again, shoulder width wide, 1.5 shoulder widths long, front foot pointing straight, so the knee is slightly bent, even with the back of the heel. Back leg is straight, pointing outside. The foot's about 25 degrees outside, okay? I wanna face that way next. Don't wanna just do this. I don't wanna come all the way back, I just wanna kind of have a natural withdrawal of my foot as I look and then deal with this target, okay? Watch again first, bring it back, step back. Okay, hands on the hips, let's do it with me. We're gonna pick up the front foot as you look, bring it back a little bit, and step that way. Ready? 1. Fantastic. Let's try it again. You got your right foot in front, bring it back slightly. 2. Fantastic. Let's try again. 3. Very good. Very good. Well done. Very good. Now, we do a lot of kind of random things. Remember last, we were doing a class where we did our block, here, lift, punch, cross, block, lift, punch. We're gonna do that again, okay, just in that way. And we're not gonna jump ahead of ourselves. But you might start to notice, it's like, well, we're doing these random feet things, we're doing these random hand things. What if we started doing, I do this, but with those footsteps. Right? That's what we're working towards, guys. That's what we're working toward, okay? So those little footsteps we were doing, And these little hand things that we're doing, we're gonna combine them next class. But for now, let's just review our hands, okay? Ready? 준비. Okay. Let's actually bring your right hand to your hip. Extend the left. 1, 2. Okay, ready? 1. Now, if you just did that and didn't end up with the right hand, that's okay. But now let's just make sure you have the hands on this side of the room. This is your right hand on this side of the room, okay? Your left hand is on your hip, okay? So, relax this arm slightly. That's all that's happening with this guy. The hand that's on my hip is leaving my hip and is gonna go on top of the punching hand, right? 1, and we're gonna block downwards with the hand that used to be on my hip is gonna block, while the hand that was punching is coming back to my hip here, okay? So we crossed, and then block. Good. Lift, punch. Good. Elbow slightly bent. Cross, block. Good. Remember the block, elbow is bent. Forearm, center with the shoulder. Lift, punch. Cross, block. Lift, punch. Now, there's a few of you guys, I've seen you in the community, you're saying, I'm getting confused on these. Again, let's let the mind relax. Let's let the expectations relax. Let's go to our child brain where we don't mind doing things wrong, right? Where we just keep doing it and it's like, okay, another class, okay, I don't care. You know, if this is important, the teacher's gonna make sure I learn, right? That's how I want you guys to treat me. This is important and I will make sure you learn. So if today you're, I'm not getting it, that's okay. Clear the mind, clear the mind. You think you're not getting it. You might think that you're kind of, not getting it right, but every step in the direction of trying to improve it is one more step closer to getting it. We have to take these steps, okay? 준비. Now, let's punch with the left hand. We're gonna extend the right hand, left hand to the hip, and we're gonna punch here with this guy. Ready? 1. Good. Now, the hand that's on the hip is gonna go on top, right? But I don't want it up here. So as I go to bring the hand off the hip, my punching hand relaxes. This guy relaxes. So I end up like this. And then I'm gonna block with a hand that used to be on my hip. Block. 1. Good. Lift. Punch. 2. Good. Cross. Block. 1. Good. Lift. 2. Cross. 1. Lift. 2. Cross. 1. Lift. 2. Very good. Relax. So let's think about that for a second again, guys. Now, this is your 8th class, and I've kind of said let's take some time between. This is the type of stuff that people walk around the house thinking about. And I just remember when I was first training, I'd be like, oh, how is that again? And I'd be thinking about my patterns. Just be careful, okay? Stubbing your toes, punching things in your kitchen. Just move lightly. But the movement that we're working on here is 3 movements. The stepping forward punch, back and block, forward punch. Those 3 movements we're going to assemble next class. That was just a preview. Remember, we practiced the steps, right? We did this. We step forward. Then we change directions. And we advance, okay? We've done our punch, block, punch. Combining all those things, punch, block, punch. We'll do that next class. But for now, you've done another great class. You've actually unlocked something. This is your 8th class. If you're really just anxious and you want to train, we're going to have supplemental classes available for you. Now, where it's based on some of the things that we've learned, but they'll be done in more of a training format. So when we do our sitting stance punch, sometimes I think we just did 10 today. You might do 40 or 50. We did 10 front kicks per leg. You might do 30 or 40. That sort of thing. So we're going to go, those classes will be training classes. Just keep in mind, it's not expected. You're not a lesser martial artist if you're not doing them. It's just there for people who really, really just have all that extra energy to burn. You have maybe a little more free time. You're thinking about training. You really want to train. The next class isn't available yet. You've got your supplemental class there for you to be able to work out. Okay? Guys, we're doing great progress. I can't wait to next class. Take those supplemental classes, or geez, you could actually just have a look. Check them out to see what they're like. They're available to you. No need to have to do them. But I can't wait to next class, because next class we're going to really start working on the 4-direction punching, which is our introduction to patterns, And patterns, really, it's a beautiful thing about martial arts. These series of movements, a lot of people will talk about, they are exercises, but there's art there. The beauty in the movement is very, very visible in our patterns. I can't wait to show you guys next class. For now, have a great rest of your day, guys. Face front. Chariot. Sayo nimke. Kyungnae. Taekwondo.